Welcome to Psychic Medium Toni Greene. I am Toni Greene, the Psychic Medium, and we are going to get started right away. So, first and foremost, don't get scammed. I will never reach out to you. Anybody reaching out to you is probably scamming you. So, please be very, very careful of that. Second, I go live every Monday at noon. And for right now, if I can on Wednesdays, I will. Every Tuesday at noon, I'm doing the book club with the book What If, What If a Transformational Journey? And tomorrow's question that we will be discussing at depth is what if how far you evolve in this life is the level of evolution you return to in your next or tomorrow or whatever, if you don't believe in past lives. And I want to also discuss tomorrow, what is evolution to you? What does evolving look like to you? What does it mean to evolve? For so many reasons. Okay, so that's tomorrow. Anybody can join the book club, whether you have the book or not. We just discuss one question at a time. If you'd like the book, the link is in the description, and you can get the book, but you don't need it for the book club. All righty. Hey, Nana on Podbean. I am live on Podbean. If you'd like to call in and ask a question, you can do that via Podbean. I'll be taking calls after I go through songs and names and any channeling or anything else that comes through. If you'd like to ask a question, if you're on Podbean or YouTube watching live, and you can join us live every Monday at noon, you can do so by placing a question in the chat. Yes, put it in the chat. The question should be about life, love, career, finances. I cannot answer health questions, and please don't ask me to tell you something about yourself. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I will be taking calls, Jay Francis, as soon as I get through songs and such. So please give me a moment. So please make your question a direct question about something going on in your life that matters or is important to you. And please do not ask a question you've already asked me on the show. If I've already answered the question, I'm just going to skip you and go to the next one. Also, if you'd like to jump ahead in the line, there are links in the description, in the bio, where you can make a donation or like buy me a cup of coffee. That's the name of it. And then you get pushed to the head of the line. Okay, here we go. So the songs can be a song that your loved one in heaven knew, you know, that is answering a question, or the next time you hear the song, it's a sign your loved one's with you. The first song, and this is, I was not getting this song early, and some of these songs are from Wednesday's show that I didn't do. That song that goes, how does it feel to be on your own, like a rolling stone? I'm like tilting my head. Go ahead, tell me, what's the next line? I don't really, that's obviously not the beat, but those are the words that I am getting. Okay. The next song is, let me see. Here's where we start. That song that goes, I need to know, I need to know, I need to know, I need to know. If this isn't love, then just say so. I think those are the next lines of it. Then that song, all you need is love. No, 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 no. All you need is love. Love, love, love is all you need. And then the next song, I really do like this song. Um, that song that goes, that this isn't the one. There was another one before it. That song that goes, it says, all my life, it's all I need. Uh, something, something very special. I don't really, I've heard that song, but maybe it's all your love is all I need. I don't really know, but if you know the song, you're gonna go, "Oh, I know that song," immediately. If somebody knows it, please put it in the chat. If not, it's okay. And then this is the song I really like. "Oh, man, take a look at my life. I'm a lot like you." That song. And then, I cannot sing this song. I cannot sing any song but that song that goes, all I really need is a little bit, a little, and it's like a hip hop or a rhythm and blues. I don't even know. It's a that song. And the beat is kind of like, I can't even. I'm trying to give you more so you know the song. I'm not able to give you more. Okay, the next song is that song. It goes, we never ever getting back together. That song. The next song is bumping music, slick DJs. That song, Lookout Weekend. Here we come. Um, it's too late, baby. It's too late. Although we really did try to make it. I think that's just such a sweet and honest song. Okay. The next song is that song, Islands in the Stream. That is what we are. There is no in between. It's so funny because when I was hearing that song this morning, the only part I could get is islands in the stream, and then now I'm getting more words to it. And then the last song for today's show, as far as just the songs go, is that Elvis song, "Wise Men Say." Wise men say only fools rush in, and narcissists. They also tend to rush in. I'm kidding about the narcissist thing, unless, of course, it's true. Okay, now I'm going to do names. This could be your name, your loved one's name, the name of a person, place, thing, pet that reminds you of your loved one. If it's for you, it's for you. It can be for more than one person. It can be for a lot of people. Like one name can be for like 10 different people. Okay. And that's okay. The first name is Ricardo. Ricardo. The next name is Giuseppe. The next name is Mildred. The next name is Maribeth. The next name is the next name is Roberto. I'm surprised I could do that. I can never roll my tongue. That to me is just hilarious. Again, these are names of your loved one, you, your family, friends, anything that is like a connection. Okay. The next name is Allie. The next name, like Allie, well, I'm just going to leave it at Allie. The next name is, I'm hearing to Melissa and Missy, Melissa, Missy. So whatever that is, and that could be two completely different people or a name and the nickname. The next one is Mackenzie. The next one is the Philippines. Oh, by the way, you guys, did you see, just as a confirmation for something I said a bit ago, did you see um, the Philippines had like the largest or the strongest, like it wasn't a tsunami, but some sort of storm over the past week. So yeah. Um, and that was a prediction I made a bit ago. If you guys want me to do predictions, put predictions in the chat and I will do some predictions during this show. But I haven't done predictions because some of the stuff I'm getting, I can't even say on, um, I can't say on social media. Yeah, Heather says predictions. Heather's always down for getting in a little trouble. Vaughn says yes, predictions. Okay, I'm gonna let the names go, and I'm going to do a couple of predictions of things coming in. And I'm just gonna say it the way I hear it. If you like it, you don't like it. There's nothing I can do about this. Remember, predictions can come in today, tomorrow, a month, a year. They're just things that are coming in. They're not for you specifically. Typically, the predictions are something that can happen here. They can happen um, in another country. It can be something with weather. It can be anything. So, if some of the things are going to be very, very relevant to us today. One of the things I'm hearing, and before I started saying it, that's why I gave that description. There are very radical changes coming within the next 4 to 6 months. We are going to see changes in our country like we have never seen before. These changes are being pushed by things that are going on in other countries that you may or may not be aware of. We are about to see some of the most radical changes that have ever happened on our soil. These changes are coming in to protect the divinity of the country and the people that you are within. And I'm guessing, me as a person, not channeling, this is the country that most of the listeners are. I want to say this is the US, but I feel like it could be other countries too. I don't, I'm just going to continue. Man, I'm getting so nervous. I cannot even talk. If okay, before I go any further with this, I need you guys to know what's going on in the UK. If you are not aware of what's going on in the UK, did you know? And I have to be really, really careful of how I say things. Did you know that in some countries, they can't even put their own flag up? They'll be arrested. Well, I'll be the country of the flag. If they are caught carrying it, if they are caught putting it on their home or their car, they will be arrested. Their social media posts, they're being arrested. One person was walking their dog past people who were offended by it. They got arrested. Another person said, I love bacon, and was arrested. This is all in the UK, folks. If you think it can't happen, it is happening. That's the real threat right there. And I cannot say a lot about it. I cannot say a lot of specific words or terminology. If you don't believe this, look it up. It's happening. Other countries are on the verge of some not so good things right now. Pay attention. Okay, so I'm going to finish the predictions and then I'm going to go into questions. And here's what I want to say as I start the predictions. When I say, here's what I want to say, it's not me, it is them. United we stand, divided we fall. That is beautiful. I love that. Don't you guys love that? United we stand, divided we fall. Um, and if, again, please don't argue with me until you've done your research. Please don't argue with me just because it doesn't show up on the nightly news. It doesn't mean it's not happening. It means it's being hidden. Please do not send me things saying you're crazy. Then you're just one of my family members. Okay, like I get called crazy enough by my family. I don't need complete strangers calling me crazy. But for a crazy person, every single prediction has happened or is about to. So nanny nanny boo boo, nanny nanny boo boo. I don't know. I don't even know how to handle that anymore. I really don't. I don't. If you want to put your head in the sand, go do it. But don't expect me to put my head in the sand with you. I just really don't know how to. Like, if you don't want to be aware, that's fine. But don't come at me because I am. Okay, more predictions. There is going to be, I'm seeing like a, is it a volcano? I'm seeing a volcano. It's like a huge mountain. I think it's a volcano. There's gonna be like yeah, okay, there's gonna be an eruption. I feel like it's obviously it's in a mountain. In a mountain. It's a volcano because they're using the term eruption, but it's gonna be pretty significant and it's gonna cause tremors that go um, through whatever area it's going through, like a lot of tremors, but what's causing the eruption is also things moving underneath the earth that's causing that. Um, what else? What other predictions do we have? What else can we tell them today? Um, okay. The last prediction that I'm going to give is that we are going to see something, and I've said this before, and they're saying it again. We are going to see something with the water that is going to um, change the scope of things. I don't really know what that means. I don't know what that means. Change the scope. Is the volcano in Yellowstone? Is it Yellowstone? No. I feel like it might be not in the U.S. Sal, the volcano, but I don't want to say for sure. Um, but I am going to say this. I am going to say that whatever it is, I don't think it's going to affect us primary. There might be something secondary from it, but it won't be and it's something that has not erupted in a while. I don't know why I'm hearing like Mount Fuji, Mount I feel like it might be the one in Japan. Fuji, yeah, I feel like it, but I'm not positive. So we'll see what happens. I feel like it's not, I feel like this might not be in the US. I feel like it might be in and then I hear Asian. So again, Japan, that big volcano in Japan, which I think it's like, is that Fujiyama or is that a restaurant I'm thinking of? I know we have a restaurant called Fujiyama here, but Mount, what is the one in Japan, you guys? Does anybody know off the top of their head? Um, I also feel like, okay, the last one is with the water. And again, they've been saying this for a bit of time. Watch the water. Something's going to happen with the water. It's going to change the scope of things. Is it flooding? It's not flooding. Is it what's under the water? Yes, no, yes, no. Is it what it's what's in the water? What's in the water? Okay, that is what I have for predictions. I'm going to go straight into questions. If I've already answered your question prior to the show, I'm not going to answer it again. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your questions, your likes, your subscribes. Thank you um, for just yeah, for putting the questions here. I'm so grateful for all of that. Thank you so much. Hey, Tia, hi Tia. I'm going to call you Tia. I don't know that the H is pronounced, and I apologize. Mount Fuji. Yeah, Mount Fuji. A T. Okay, T. Thank you. Yes, that's, I believe it's Mount Fuji. That is it. Okay. Okay, here. Hey, J. Francis is on Podbean. Okay, we're going to get started with questions. I know I've answered a couple, so I'm going to go through and see where I am in the lineup and go from there. Heather is asking if her daughter is going to play volleyball. I'm not sure. I feel like I don't know that she wants to, or something's going to come up that is going to change the dynamics of her playing. I don't know, hon. As of right now, I get a on it. Okay, so tread lightly with that. Kate wants to know if I can do a clearing for safe travel, Kate, for you and everybody else. Let's do a clearing for everybody for safe travel. Let's do that. Erin wants to know, hey, Toni, how does God speak to me? Typically, and I'm channeling this as much as understanding it, it's a feeling. Like it's a feeling that you get. Sometimes it's like that overwhelming feeling. It's the seeing. The way I can explain the way that God speaks to you is through everything you see, feel, and hear. Because God is all encompassing and you are from God. So you also are God at your core, at your essence. God speaks to you through you. God speaks through you through that intrinsic part of who you are, your core being that wants love and light, evolution, creation, all that you see that is of beauty and goodness. That is how God speaks with you. But again, it comes through you, from you, because you, at your essence, are created from the God that you speak of. You are, at your core, that same being. When God is speaking to you is when you are at your most peaceful, for the most part, and that your understanding is broader than normal, that you have the full comprehension of all. And if I may elaborate, if you see, for example, a bird, and normally you would not pay attention to the bird, but for some reason the bird catches you, and you cannot take your attention away from it. That is God speaking to you in that moment. And that can be with anything that your attention goes to with peace and love and expansion. God always speaks to and of expansion. So the messages that you receive that are of expansion, of light, of creation, and of peace are always those of the word. Inclusion, not exclusion. Anything that comes to you from that space that is true. And again, it may be a feeling, it may be a vision, something you see, something you hear, something you understand that perhaps you did not understand or even think about in the past. God speaks to you in healing when instantaneous healing occurs or instantaneous forgiveness occurs. And you think of someone that you are so upset with or that may have wronged you, and all of a sudden, all you can do is love them. For all the reasons that you originally loved them, even if you never loved them. When you see others as one with yourself, when you see others as yourself, when you understand that you are the being and all beings are a reflection, when you see that all fears are a reflection, all rejection is a reflection, when you have the understanding that everything that is happening to and with you is a projection, that is God speaking to you. That is God bringing you understanding and light and love so you can transmute your soul to a higher realm of being here, a higher understanding here. When you have that moment, and it may just be a second that feels like an eternity, that brings clarity. When you are dreaming in your dreams and you have traveled and healed and reconciled, that is God speaking to you. God does not always use words, maybe very rarely, unless they are your words that are coming through you on how you can take and make your next steps for creation and expansion, evolution, if you will. But when you feel it, when you see it, when you understand it in an all-encompassing way, that is the touch of the God. That is the being of the moment. That is the understanding that will transcend your soul. Okay. Look at Erin asking the question that brings it right in. Erin, thank you. Holy. I'm happy that's recorded. Thank you, Erin. Ishika, I had an interview with this company called Quillbot today. Do you see me landing a job with them? Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. I feel like they may make you an offer. I don't know It may be an offer you can refuse, Ishika. Um, Ishika, I'm gonna ask the question a little bit differently for you. Um, when is Ishika gonna change jobs? November. Now, you may get this job and you may take it, but I feel like the good job, the one you're really wanting, is coming in November. And I feel like you're gonna like get that position and it's going to be the best one for you. That doesn't mean stop looking. Keep looking because the interview process may take all of October and then you start in November, right? And we're like a couple of days away from it. Can you believe we're a couple of days from October, folks? Holy, where did this holy. Okay, I need to know who still celebrates Halloween for themselves. Like if you're handing out candy, do you dress up? Do you hand out candy? Do you do you tell me, I need to know, are you one of the people who like do the big decorations? One of my neighbors does the big decorations. I love it so much that they do that. I always think I'm going to, and then I don't. like like the last minute comes, I'm like, oh, it's today, oh my gosh. So yes, okay, Ishika, I think it's November. I think you'll be transitioning positions in November, but between now and then, keep looking. It's good to know everything out there. And then when that time comes to know you can take that position. Okay. Elizabeth, how do I start investing in gold and silver? Where should I buy it from? Or how much is too much to be spending? Okay. With anything, when you are buying anything, especially investments, only spend what you can lose, but you never lose with gold and silver. I know silver can be a little bit more practical for most people, and again, channeling, but gold will have the increases that you would be looking for. Silver is also good. And for some reason, I don't know why, and I'll get to that in a second, but I'm hearing copper. Copper is going to become not like gold, but it is going to be amenity. Am I saying that word right? Is that the right word? Amenity? One of those things is going to be, copper is going to be up there a little bit, but as well as cobalt may not be as easy to obtain and hold on to. Decide what is discretionary in your finances, your discretionary amount, and then you invest that. Where you get it, reputable. That's the first word, someplace reputable. I've said before, Costco sells little gold bars that are feasible for some people. So I would say if you can get gold bars from Costco, that's one place they're good. If you go to some place that is selling like a pawn shop or something and buying gold, that's going to be a little bit different, especially if you're buying coins. I don't, although coins are good and they can have a certain value and increase in value for different reasons, I really say if you don't have that kind of discretionary fund, go for what you can get. So I've often said, even if you can do just like gold charms or whatever it is, that's going to be okay. In the end, it's all weight. It's just weighed. But you do want a very clean, pure form of it. The same with silver, although silver is a good commodity. I think the word is commodity. Commodity, the increases are not the same as the gold. So whatever you feel is your discretionary fund and is best for you. Excuse me, I just need to, for those of you watching, I apologize. So whatever is best for you, that's going to be what's best for you. Don't go over your discretionary fund. And I will say this, properties go up and down. Everything goes up and down, but gold consistently goes up. It might come down, but it consistently goes up. So that's something you just want to think about. And properties will have expenses that you may have to make repairs and pay taxes and yada yada, where gold does not. Just make sure and I will say this till I'm blue in the face. If you are investing in commodities, in hand commodities, gold, silver, copper, cobalt, whatever it is, keep your mouth closed. Do not tell anybody. Because if you can't keep your mouth closed, the person you're telling is not going to keep their mouth closed. Do not tell anybody that what you have, where you have it, how much you have. And I know people like to talk about this stuff. Don't talk about it. Keep your mouth closed. Zip it up. Do not tell people, because desperate people do desperate things, even if they love you, like you, and especially if they don't. For most of the people, their interests are very self-oriented, especially if they're in a somewhat desperate situation. T says, exactly. Never tell anybody your plans to build your future. Better always act broke. That's how I live. Even people who love you can hate on you for what you have. They can become very jealous, insecure, whatever it is. So whatever you decide to invest in, did was that was there was there light flashing a second ago behind me, folks? Just be very mindful that what you do, you get it, you put it someplace safe, maybe a safety deposit box. You just put it someplace. You get a safe that's a hidden safe, not out in the open safe, that's a built-in hidden safe, and then you leave it and you don't tell anybody, not even your kiddos, not even your, anything. Okay. That's what I have for you, Elizabeth. Thank you so much for the question. Hey, Sal, Heather, Paul. Hello, Toni. Mom on Thursday would have been the big 80. Oh, congratulations. But now she's in her heavenly place. So we are going to Graceland for her birthday. Mom had passed on, named Barbara. We never saw mom, saw it 12 times. Okay. Would you know if it's haunted? Thank you. If what's haunted? Graceland? The name? If what's haunted? Hey, Nino. Hey, crazy lady. Oh, it's not Nino. It's Nilo. Hi, Nilo. Hi, crazy lady. Hi, princess. Ava, Samira. Thanks for joining Podbean. If what's haunted is what he's talking about haunted? No, not necessarily. Not necessarily haunted. I hope that helps. Yeah, you guys. So Heather asked, she's been drained and not feeling well. And I'm going to say this, Um, there were 2 eclipses, that could be part of it, but everyone I talked to has been extremely tired, extremely drained, like low grade, like, I just wanna sit and do nothing. So that what you mentioned, zoom, 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 very, very possible. Um, I cannot say for sure, but probably. Probably. Pat, dear Tony, I found an injured fawn a week ago. A wildlife org has instructed what food to leave each day. Is the fawn and its family getting the food? Yes. Is the fawn's front leg healing? It will be a while before it heals, if it heals completely. But it's going to take a moment for it to heal. But yes, they are, along with a few other critters. If you can know when the fawn is going to be there and try to put the food as close to that as possible, that's good. Um, okay. I'm as of right now, Erin, I am planning on doing a show on Wednesday. I'm not sure. I'm really planning on it. There have been things coming up and a couple of other things going on personally. So I'm committing to Monday at noon and Tuesday book club at noon. You guys come join the Tuesday book club. It is awesome. Um, so I'm going to try very hard to do the show Wednesday. Okay. So I will try. I will try. Okay. Let's see. Pat, Chelsea. What is I thinking and feeling about me? I had a dream about him and he is on my mind quite often these days. Can you please give me full name? I'm scrolling down to the bottom, Chelsea. Can you please give me? I have to see where I am here. Full name of I, please. Thank you. What is he thinking and feeling about you? And also, Chelsea, how long have you been apart? How long have you been the distance? What's the distance? Um, 5 years. Okay, I'm sorry. And the full name, love? You can redact the name after you say it. You can erase it or remove it after you put it down. Every you know that song? I was getting this song this morning, so it's crazy that it's coming back. Ish Jackie. Okay. Here's the song I'm getting. Okay, love, Chelsea. It's every now and then I get a little bit lonely and I think you're never coming round. Turn around. Do you know that song, Chelsea? Every now and then I get a little the sun, turn around, bright eyes. Every now and then I fall apart. Okay, so and I need you more today, and I need you more. Okay, so what I feel like is every once in a while, like you cross each other's minds. And it's typically at the same time because there's still like a little energetic line or connection. It hasn't been completely done. The line, the connection. The two of you, yes. The connection between you has not been undone. I can undo the connection. I can undo the connection if you would like, so you can move on. And, it's difficult to move on in a healthy way if we're still connected energetically to somebody else. And I'm sorry that happened. Um, do you want to know everything I'm getting about him, or do you already know? Do you not want to know? And then I hear the song, I need to know, I need to know, I need to know, I need to know. If you want to know, just say yes in the chat and I'll tell you what I'm getting. Um, yes. Okay. So the first thing I'm getting is that song, Play On, Player. Um, Ooh, I like the way you work it. Yo diggity. That song is coming on. So that song tells me a lot about his personality. I feel like this is a person that they can commit and quit, commit and quit, commit and quit, commit and quit. I feel like this person when they leave, they will never be honest about why they're going, but when they go, they've already set everything up. But it would be very difficult for them to stay because they're then I hear he's a runner, he's a track star, just somebody that like it's okay for this period of time, but then I'm gonna cut and move on. Um, and what I'm going to say to you, love, is the best thing and the worst thing that can happen is the same thing sometimes. The best thing is for a person who doesn't plan a future with you to go, but it feels like the worst thing in the world at that moment. So the best thing and the worst thing can be the same thing sometimes. And the best thing is that you can find somebody who is really dedicated to a future with you. And I feel like that's going to happen November, December. I feel like you are going to find somebody that is going to make a huge difference in your life. Um, the reason you may be thinking a lot about this person recently is there are a lot of closing outs going on. The closer we get to the end of the year, and I'm channeling again, the closer that we come to the end of the year, the more we will ruminate and reminisce about things that have happened in the past, things that have gone out, not so that we can revisit them, but simply so that we can close them out and move on in a healthy and loving way. And we can jurisdict our life in a much better way, a much more promising way. We are showing you what didn't work and why it didn't work. Don't go to the favorable parts of this situation. Understand what we missed. Why did I miss this? What did I miss? How did I miss it? And why did I put up with it? Why didn't I, if I saw it sooner, why did I stay? What was I hoping for? What was the result that I personally wanted, that I was willing to deal with this, whether it is a job, a person, a place, a family, whatever it is? Why were you not loyal to yourself over a person, place, or thing? And then so that you can go into the next year and the next situation in a much healthier way. That which we do not recognize in ourselves, we will be given the opportunity to go through again so we can recognize and respect, love, honor ourselves, and have that knowing of our worth, that we never tolerate this type of thing again. But until we look at it with open eyes and we see the things we did not see before, we will allow it to happen again, the denial factor. So please understand this and understand it very truly. If you are having dreams and things of this nature and thinking about it, allow the thought to go all the way through. Don't stop the thought at the good part and then feel badly that it's not there. Allow it to go to the negative part because they are showing you the reality of the situation. Okay, that's what I have for you, Chelsea. If you would like more, you can get a private session. Um, you guys, please remember I am available for private sessions. Um, and it's the show is one question or connection per for the show. Okay, you guys. Mimi says, I woke up and heard voice say, brace yourself. What does this mean? Oh, Mimi, that's a big one. Um, that is a really big one. What does that mean? What does Mimi need to brace herself for? That it, animals leaving and um uh changes in no changes in what in the animal I think not that anything bad is going to happen to them. Don't go to the negative, just brace yourself for that. I think, Mimi, based on the amount of time I have to tap into your question and what was said, I feel like you're going to be good, though. You're going to be okay, love. Natasha, hi, Toni. Do you see me getting into serious relationship? Not this year. April, possibly. April of next year, possibly. I feel like you're going to have a couple hit or miss, or at least one hit or miss before your serious relationship comes in. Meaning, somebody, you're going to start talking to someone and you can just let that go. One thing I'm going to say about women, we're very different than in this way, is we'll meet someone and we'll try to make it work. We'll see their good qualities, kind of ignore their bad qualities. We'll see how it can work. We'll start to make that design, right? Like, oh yeah, I can put up with this because of this. Um, and they're challenging you to not do that. Don't do that. Wait for what you want. I do feel like you are going to have someone come in that is an empty present. So it's like the wrapping is very, very pretty. The wrapping is beautiful, but the box is empty. Okay. And so I think you know what that means, Natasha. I think everybody knows what that means. Hey, Tim on Podbean. Hey, Gary on Podbean. Um, Trip Reel. Al, thanks for joining on Podbean. Vicky, thanks for joining. Um, I think that the content of their character is not going to be what you're looking for. Now, that's going to be maybe in November of this year. Don't waste a lot of time on what's pretty. It's like there's nothing wrong with a cubic zirconia. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's not even like a cubic zirconia. It's more like it's like if you go buy a computer, but it doesn't have anything on it. Like it's you turn it on and there's nothing. That's they're just showing me like beautiful box, beautiful wrapping, big bow, but no, nothing inside, nothing inside. The content of the character may be very, very lacking. And I will also say this, you guys. What you make, what you say, that's not so bad today and ask anybody who's been in a long-term relationship, is the thing that will break you up in the future. It'll be the thing that becomes the big, it might be the littlest thing, but it becomes the biggest thing in the world. That thing you think you can put up with or deal with, or like, oh yeah, they do this, but it's not so bad. If you're bringing it up, it's enough. So I just want to say, when you're what don't go for the cover, go for the content, and go for that feeling of peace. Someone, I have a friend who's a matchmaker, and she works with very high-end clients. And it's very interesting because these women are absolutely gorgeous women that she sets these men up with. I mean, they don't need a filter for sure. However, when the men are done with their contract, or, even sometimes during their contract, they'll meet someone that's like the girl next door that looks very, she always says, these are people I wouldn't even put in my database. And I get that, because that's not what the men are coming to her for. But I say, at the end of the day, we want someone we can laugh with, we can spill food with, we can have a good time with. We're not walking on eggshells. We realize that we can just be with them. It's nice to have a good looking partner. Of course, we want some chemistry, but that should not be the only thing they can bring to the table. It should not. Because if you're not in a position where you can feel like, oh, we could go, I don't know, get dirty together, or we could go, whatever it is. I don't know. I can't think of any examples right now. Then is that your person? Like, if I have to worry that I can't spill food while I'm with you, you are not my person. I remember. So I was in my family when I was growing up. We ate a lot of pasta, and the Italian bread that's really crusty, and cut it and break it, and the crumbs all over. And I remember I was dating this guy, and we were at this really expensive restaurant in Vegas. And I was just breaking the bread and eating it. And this waiter kept coming and like sweeping the crumbs off of my table. And I just finally looked up and went, stop. Like, you're gonna be here to every 2 seconds, because I'm breaking bread, baby. I am breaking the bread and I am making a mess. Please stop. Stop sweeping it up. Wait till I'm done breaking my bread. And then if they're coming over with a little table broom, I'm sure it has an official name. It's a pretty swanky restaurant, but seriously, like, and he didn't care. We were breaking bread together. He and I actually had, he was someone that, like, we traveled a lot together. We had an amazing time. We had gone to Arizona and a number of other places together. And we just had the best time when we were together. We didn't care. And that's comfort. That's comfort, when you can have that comfort and you want to be comfortable with your partner. And that's so, so important. If you cannot be comfortable with your partner, then then that is never going to be good, because you'll never have a comfortable relationship if you cannot be comfortable with the person. um Karen says, next question. Karen says, how is Aquarius James feeling about us? Good, good. like instantly, like zippity doo dah, zippity a, my oh my what. That's a song that comes in. I hope that makes sense to you. Okay, you guys. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do for people who are here. I come on for an hour and I answer questions, I do channeling, I give names and songs, so I try to help everybody. If I did not get to your question and it's really important to you and you would like me to answer that question, you can go to Buy Me a Coffee, which is in my bio and my description, make a donation, and then put your question in the note part. Okay. And then on my next show, I will answer your questions first. And if you don't want me to use your real name, if you want me to use your whatever name, put that name in, and those are the questions I will answer first. That's just how I'm going to do it from now on. The people, and if you go there now and you put that question in, and then you make that donation on my next show, which should be Wednesday at 7 p.m., those are going to be the questions that I answer on air first. So that, because people are saying, there are quite a few questions left still, and I get that. And I apologize, I cannot get to all of them, but I'm booked full with clients and other things today that I cannot stay on and do this for much longer. And they're actually in office appointments. So I can't just wait till the time of the appointment. I have to actually get my butt up and get out of my house today. So I do want to help as many people as possible, and I know not everybody gets here and can get their question answered. So buy me a coffee or the YouTube, not YouTube, PayPal donation, and then in the note part, put your question, and those will be the first questions that I answer on the next show. Now, if there's a lot of questions, if there's enough questions, I'll come on and do a show just to answer those questions. You'll still have it recorded, and you can do it. You will get the answer to your question. Okay, you guys, I love you so stinking much. I will see you tomorrow at noon for the book club. We will talk about the book, the question of the week, and then again Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central. Thank you so much for being here with me. Have an amazing rest of the day.